First of all, don't be fooled by my accent. I was born and raised in China. I've been living here for my whole life, except for college, so yeah, you bet I got a credibility. I don't really know about fashion, especially goth. That shit seems pretty freaky to me. All I learned about this subculture is from South Park. Those emo kids are pretty hilarious. As for Rick Owens, I heard about this dude before, only because when I was in college, those rich kids from mainland love to buy expensive outfits to cover their low self-esteem. But what I do know is, we all have basic human rights, including dressing like a fucking weirdo. Like, that's my own fucking choice, not your fucking business. For people who don't know what happened, Rick Owens came to China recently. His crew be dressing like Marilyn Manson had babies with the Martian, and they trying to visit the Forbidden City, got rejected by the security because of their makeups and outfits. The crew was not happy with the denial and embarrassment. They believe their outfits are part of their self-identity. When they were escorted out, they feel like criminal, even though they have never done anything wrong, and accuse such rejection as inhuman. A lot of Chinese people got really angry about their complaint, accused them back for being disrespectful and arrogant. And to me, it seems like my people trying to redirect their self-reflection to the hatred toward foreigners because they intentionally misinterpreting the dress code. If you look it up, the visiting regulation of the Forbidden City states, 请保持仪容整洁，不要做出有碍观瞻、有损形象的行为 which means please keep your clothes tidy. Do not engage in behavior that interferes with viewing or damages the image of yourself. Which the crew had not violated any of those. Their makeups and clothes are weird, but not untidy, and their appearance has nothing to do with their behavior. They were not interfering anybody. If you don't appreciate the look, you have all the right to look away. They were not begging or forcing anybody to understand it. And if you have a bad image of them just because of their look, that is your problem. You're simply a superficial ignorant who judge people from their outside. So why does security gotta send them away? Of course they were on duty, but the crew was not violating anything written on paper. Unless there's something unwritten on paper, such as don't hurt the pride of narrow nationalism. Yeah, that's what's unwritten. But why does it have anything to do with the security's judgment? Is it universal in China? How bad is it? Where does it even come from? You probably got a lot of questions, especially if you want to avoid any embarrassment in your potential visit. Don't worry, I got you. Ever since the monarchy was abolished, China entered a new era. People were encouraged to move on, but not in a good way. You know, all those communist shit, the Great Leap, the Cultural Revolution. Chinese people try to fit into the new world, which is supposed to be the free world. It sounds great, but it's pretty challenging. Because we never experienced democracy before. All the potential revolutions in our history ended up with blood and tears and nothing progressive. We are afraid of the freedom the world has to offer because we are aware of the potential sacrifice, even if it's just about dress whatever you like. If you don't dress like what people are expecting, they're gonna give you a hard time. So when we're having trouble to move on, we shrink back to our comfort zone. We start to make a big deal about our glorious past, even though we don't actually respect it. I mean, most people don't find it worth it to actually read and learn about our history, but they have the eager to be proud of something, and that's the motivation of having the pride of narrow nationalism. They treat the Forbidden City as a place to pilgrimage. A lot of people compare to church, be saying something like, hey, y'all foreigners know to suit up for church, but why y'all swing your dick in the Forbidden City? I mean, come on. No matter how much it means to you, it's not religious. It's just a tourist site. There's nothing solemn about that place in this era. And you're not supposed to have any solemn feelings about the place represents slavery, oppression, dictatorship, and inhuman judgment. But of course, that is not how they view that place. Those conservative douchebags trying to rationalize their low self-esteem be saying, the Forbidden City was the place our emperors lived in, and there was dress etiquette back in the day. Foreigners should respect our past and culture. Wait, hold up. Are you trying to say you want people to compromise to the long-gone authority and their etiquette to empower their dictatorship, which cultivated servility? And You're offended for anybody being nothing less but who they are? For people who don't want to compromise, you kick them out of a tour site? That doesn't sound like democracy. While they kick out Rick Owens for the makeups and outfits, they allow people wearing ancient Chinese costume to get in. That shit is not only weird, but feudal. But people accept it because a lot of Chinese TV shows are costume drama. People are used to it. It's not like we don't accept any culture variety besides ours. It's about most people don't have the chance or motivation to learn about new culture. You know, the firewall, the language barrier, so we're pretty confused about what's outside of China. For example, people don't know why high-end foreign restaurants have dress code. You know, you pay top dollars not only for the food, but the whole experience, the vibe, the environment, to feel special. But my people don't care to know why. Once they heard it, they just steal the concept of it's a special place, so you have to act decent. And when it comes to the Forbidden City, it's a special place for them. So, in their logic, they feel disrespected when you don't do the same for them. And to the people who think like that, again, the place is only a tour site on paper, where the ticket is only $10, which means it's for the general public, which means it's not a place for you to care about the God's people as long as they don't violate what's written on paper. So it's not about the dress code or anything reasonable. It's about the majorities are ignorant and confused, and they don't want their feelings got hurt. They trying to make it sound reasonable by getting on the high road and say it's about cultural respect, but how can any rational person show you real respect when you don't even respect yourself by sleeping in the past? I want to make this video because personally as a Chinese, I'm disappointed for my people being so stubborn. Lack of motivation to embrace the new world nor dig into our own problem, giving up the hope of how beautiful their life could be once they step out of their comfort zone, end up at the mercy of others. Now, on the other hand, everybody is stressed out by the 99 job and the little bit of life they get to live. They don't really have the willpower or energy to work on themselves. For that, I feel sorry for my people. So for y'all visitors, just be easy on our fucked up mentality, alright? It's not like my people are bad people. They just don't really have the chance to see the world. Don't get drunk, don't take anything too personal. You're gonna have a safe and cozy trip. Peace, y'all.